Hello, this is Josh Pollock, Community Manager for Pods, and today I'm going to be picking up where I left off in my last screencast where I talked about using Pods pages to output your advanced content types. Now, one thing I didn't cover was SEO. We're going to look at three things today. We're going to talk about using Yoast SEO to do your XML sitemaps, including the advanced content types using the new Pods SEO plugin, which is for free in the WordPress.org data plugin repository. And we're also going to be talking about some things that you can't do with Yoast in other SEO plugins, which is your meta description, your meta title, your open graph tags, these sorts of things. So I'll be showing you how to use Pods pre-code, which is code that runs before the page template is output. And but let's start by looking at our XML sitemaps. Right now, we have no option to include our advanced content types in our XML sitemap. But if I activate my Pods SEO plugin, and then we go back to XML sitemaps in our Yoast SEO settings, there it is, spaceships is an option. Click that, save changes, and that's done. That's the easy part. Right now, that's all that plugin does, and it does not handle our other fields, our meta description, our meta title, our open graph, as I said. So that's why we're going to use Pods pages pre-code. And let's start by looking at the detail page because we can use some static content there. We don't need to use anything dynamic generated from a field, which we will do in the detail page. In the description of this, you'll see a link to this bit of example code. Let's go ahead and take this here. And you'll see that the first thing we do is we open up PHP tags. Always have to do that when starting Pods pre-code. And there's a little reminder there for you, by the way. We set up a Pods object just like we're used to doing. We give it parameters. We give it the name of the pod. Nothing special. What's new here is that we're using this meta method where we can do in the brackets, this will be the tag, type of tag, and then this will be the content of the tag over here. So let's change this to spaceships woo. And then for the description, we'll say Josh is a dork, just to be honest about what's happening here. We haven't spelled my name right. And now you can see that we have this control over the description. That's the meta title, as well as the description. If we go to our page source, you'll see there's our title. It's automatically been handled for you. And if we can find it, oh, there it is. There is the meta, as you can see, the tag name description that we set in those brackets. And then we said meta description is equal to Josh is a dork, and it's outputted this perfect meta description for us. Now, that's using static information, which is fine for our list page, but what about for a details page? Now, I want to show you that in this pod, I had created some specific fields for my SEO. I created a meta description field. For instance, it's just a regular plain text field. One thing I did as well here is that I created this page author field. This is related to users. In users, I went ahead, let me show you this. You can see this is related there. And if we go to the editor for that, I'm gonna make any changes. I just added one field. It's a website field, and it's called Google+. And that means that in my user profile on this site, I have this extra field down here for Google Plus profile, which I then put in that link to my personal profile, and we're going to use the pods precode to output that as the relationship tag for author. Very helpful. So if we go back to our pods pages now, this is for my detail page. Let's grab this example code, which is available to you as well. As I said, it's linked in the description of this video. Let's go ahead and paste that in there. We're setting up a pods object again. This is exactly like we did in the last screencast to get the pods object using pods v. It's actually cut and pasted from there. Now, what we're doing is instead of writing out the meta titles, we're going to get the value of the meta title field. Same thing going on here with meta title for the meta tag called description. Just getting pods field meta description. And instead of using for our open graph, instead of using meta, we're using meta properties. That allows us to output properly any type of open graph field. We do the open graph field name, including the prefix OG colon. And then, again, I'm using meta description for that. Now, here, I'm just showing that I got the value of my Google Plus relationship field. And then I'm just outputting my relationship tag to get the value of that field, just using get author meta, the standard way for getting values from the user's object. And then we could go a little crazy with the open graph tags, whatever ones that we want to use. I'm just showing to use this picture field as the preview image that will show up in Facebook next to the description when this is shared. So we are getting information about that image using WP get attachment image source. This creates an array. We just feed it the ID of that picture field. And so with that array, we can not just specify the image that'll give us the source with the key 0, but it also has 2 other keys with the width and the height. Speeds things up a little bit on Facebook's end. Always important. So now if we go to our spaceships, and we look at the page source for this, we're going to see we have the description set, as well as a description set in Open Graph. There's the source of that image that'll be used as the preview, and then there's its dimensions there. Also right up top is the relationship to author tag. So that handles the SEO concerns, and you can use this example code in your advanced content types, customize it to fit your needs, make sure that you create the fields that are necessary. I wrote in the fields that you'll need. Make what you will with my techniques and adapt it to your specific use. There's also a tutorial that walks you through all this, and if you have any questions about this, of course, just ask in the Pods forums or in our IRC chat room. And stay tuned to the YouTube channel, as we'll be continuing to show you various ways of using pods to display your custom content that you're adding, via whether it's a custom post type or advanced content types. Thanks for listening.